Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mike the Grumpy Gamer, and today I am playing some more Firefall, but this time I am playing on the Recon Battleframe. Today, I just wanted to give you a little advice as to how to play today's Battleframe, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're not gonna like it. First thing you need to know is a Recon is headshots. If you are not getting headshots, you will burn through all of your ammo trying to take down a single enemy. As you can see, not everything's going to be a headshot, but that needs to be your goal. This guy, he's over here running around, making himself a hard target. When they're that far away, you can't really zoom in all that much. If you click the right mouse button, that pulls the scope up, and if you use the mouse wheel, you can zoom in a little while, or a little bit. And I cannot explain to you how long it took me before I found that out. And that makes things quite a bit easier, even though it's not too much zoom. It is enough to help you out pick off things at a longer range. Now, as you can see, I'm just kind of scanning this building. When I logged in today, there was hardly anybody online, and about 80% of the bases were occupied by the Chosen. So, not quite what I intended on doing, but I'll make it work. So, I'm just kind of picking off guys here and there. As you can see, as Recon, the ideal position for you is nowhere near the fight. You do have a submachine gun, or it may be an assault rifle, but you do have another weapon that you can swap to that once you upgrade it, I mean, it's pretty good. It's got a relatively big ammo capacity. I believe it starts out at 50. I think mine is somewhere in the 60s right now because I have ammo upgrades on it. But, excuse me. You can see that the best place for you to deal the most damage is far, far away. Now, you saw that explosion right there. Now, what that was is a long-range satchel charge that I detonated prematurely. You can shoot it, and it does have a travel time, so it's not, like it instantly teleports over to the enemy, which is, if you hit it too fast, it does what it just did there. It blew up in the middle of the air. That would be ideal to avoid because it doesn't do anything then. So now you can see this is where I'm pulling out the assault rifle or SMG, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. But I've upgraded. Okay, 75 round magazine, and I've upgraded the my ammo storage to where I'm holding over 600 rounds of ammo aside from what's in the mag. So that's a pretty substantial amount. But as you'll see a little bit later, it can begin to take a very large amount of ammo to take things down. As you can see, I am strafing a lot because you're kind of squishy as a recon. But this also is a bad thing because it makes things difficult to hit, which is why it takes so much ammo to take. Well, the Chosen are kind of beefy anyway, so they're a little more difficult to take down. Pin him in the corner and shoot him in the face. That is the best way to do it. Or like right here, I don't know what this guy was doing, but he got railed. But you want to avoid standing still in this game, period, especially as a recon. It just doesn't work well for you because you're not very good up close. Now you can do okay when you're thumping by yourself if you're just doing the solo thumper, but if you try and do like advanced thumping or improved thumping solo, it's probably not going to go so well for you. As you can see, there's a whole lot of juggernauts over there, so I'm just going to get the heck out of there. Because the last place you want to be is up close with a juggernaut as a recon. So I'm going to go back over to this little mountain thing over here and try and pick them off again. Headshots not only do a significant amount of damage compared to a normal body shot, but they also give you experience, and you don't have to kill them with a headshot to get the experience for getting a headshot. Unlike most games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, other than you only get points for headshots if they die from a headshot. But this, you can see, I don't know when it's gonna pop up again or when I'm gonna get another headshot. But if you pay attention, you'll see extra experience popping up. Partially because I have paid for the game, which it's a free-to-play game. So if you paid, you get an experience boost, which I'm a commander, so that means I get, I think, 15%. You see the headshot right there. You got a little bit extra experience for getting a headshot. The other big thing you need to worry about is recon. On my scope, just there a couple of seconds ago, you saw that it my scope was clear. But when I was shooting, you were seeing rock fragments fly up, which means that your bullets are actually hitting the rock that's right in front of you, which is incredibly frustrating in this game because if the scope is clear, I would really like that to be where my bullet goes. But you just kind of have to adjust to it. So I'm back over on this big rock again, just kind of luring, baiting people out, trying to get some headshots, taking them out. The long-range satchel is actually pretty effective as far as damage output. It's an explosive damage, so it's got a big splash radius, and when it hits the ground, it shows you like the actual radius. You'll see like a red ring fly out around it, and that is the area of effect. Now, if they're close enough to it, it does I think about 500 damage, which is it's pretty reasonable, and it's good if you have like thumping. Oh, just got nailed by a juggernaut. But if you're thumping, you can keep things off of the thumper with the satchel charge pretty well. Right there is the other thing that you're going to use a lot of. You see those red orbs shooting down at the juggernaut over there. Now you see them starting to blow up. They're kind of off the scope, but you can kind of see them. But those are called resonating bolts. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. You see the rock fragments flying up. So that means my bullets aren't actually going over there. But the resonating bolts are pretty good. They do explosive damage as well, but they are delayed. So I just kind of use them to layer the ground around wherever the enemy is, and you have to lead them because there is a delay timer on it. So they don't blow up as soon as they hit the ground. So you got to be careful where you're shooting them, otherwise they're just not going to hit anything. But if you do it right and the enemy is stupid, then you can layer the area with resonating bolts and just cause a lot of explosive damage. And it's on a timer too, so you usually have enough time to get a full magazine of resonating bolts out. So it's not like a specific number of bolts that you get to fire. It's a time limit. So as many as you can fire in this time limit, and it's usually heavily limited by your magazine size. And I'm getting shot from somewhere, and I cannot find this guy. I don't know where he is. But I think a little bit later in the video you'll see some of the NPCs come back to this watchtower and start shooting into the ground. So I think he may have been like glitched into the ground, which happens quite a bit in this game actually. You can see and the body shots do a reasonable amount of damage, but on something like a Chosen, you really need to aim for the head if at all possible. If they're running around and shooting you in the face, then there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But up close, you should never have a sniper rifle out because it is just gonna get you killed so fast. Not only, I mean, it's like a semi-automatic rifle, so you can shoot it pretty quickly, but the problem comes from the magazine size. So it does do a lot of damage, but if you're not extremely accurate in hitting them in the head, no scoping is not a good move because it will get you killed. I do have some footage of that where I got myself into an area or a situation that I really should have avoided as a recon. Now, I'm over here by myself, and I logged back in and I couldn't find anybody to play with me, so I just took over this watchtower again by myself, and I did not know that this was about to happen. Because you see here, I'm no-scoping with the sniper rifle because I'm not sure why I did it actually, but it didn't go well for me. I think I was trying to shoot resonating bolts out at them, but that's what those red orbs are. I use the explosive ones. I think there's ones that freeze and slow down your enemies. I just went with the explosive. I like things that blow up. But as you can see, I finally got a friend. But I'm just about dead, so I'm gonna run off and grab some health real quick, and hopefully we can get this watchtower back. Now, I didn't know that all these drop pods came down when you take over watchtowers, because normally there's not a whole lot of watchtowers that are taken by the Chosen, and then when you go to defend them, that doesn't happen. But if they own it and you try and take it from them, they're apparently not very happy about that. So they do pretty much everything they can to keep you off of it. Now you can see I'm kind of getting my butt handed to me here. They're storming the place pretty hard, so you got to be careful of your positioning. And you get lucky, you get some health drops, stuff like that. Ammo is especially important. See, like if you get a Chosen like that by himself, it's pretty easy to take him out up close because you can just shoot him in the face. Oh, also you can see I'm in first person right now, which where there's a bunch of stuff like this going on, I think, in my opinion anyways, first person is the way to go because you can be more accurate. Your hitbox on your sight, basically, like when you're not actually aiming at the sight. It's bigger on your screen, so you're a little bit closer, so it's a little bit easier for me to aim. So that's why you keep seeing me swap in and out of first and third person, which, if you didn't know you could do that, you can. And I can't remember how now, actually. Now that I am telling you all about it, I have no idea what the key is to do it. So I am sorry. But if you look under the controls and options, you can probably figure it out that way. Now, I accidentally hit, well, on my keyboard, it's number 1, shoots the satchel charge. And I was trying to swap my weapon, which is Q, and I hit 1. But it actually worked out alright, because you can see that it's on the wall right there. So it's not this guy, but I think it's the guy that's behind him that tries to come through this door and blow it up and get a little bit of extra damage in there. So it's not all bad, I guess. But there's the resonating bolts. Now you can actually see, like, if you don't shoot ahead of them, like what just happened there, you see he just started running, and all of them just blew up in a trail behind him. So they were completely useless at that point. You got to be kind of careful about your ammo too, especially with the submachine gun. You can burn through that stuff really quickly because it's kind of difficult to be accurate when you're not aiming down the sight. You're just kind of running around flailing. But you need to pick up all the ammo. Like that's the problem you run into with the sniper rifle, and that's why I move in close a lot, because I run out of ammo with the sniper rifle. And what are you going to do from that far away with a submachine gun? Not a damn thing. I mean, you could call in like an ammo drop or something like that, but I prefer just to go running and get up close and personal with it, even though that's probably not the best idea. And took that guy out with my satchel charge. Alright, but I guess that's about all for the Recon class. If you guys want to see more about it, or you know, a little more in-depth gameplay with the Recon, please feel free to let me know. Leave a comment down below. Like, favorite, subscribe if you really like it. But if not, you know, don't. It's up to you. But I will keep making videos, and if you like them, give me some input, and I will see if I can accommodate. And you saw those guys shooting to the floor. That's the guy I was talking about. I think there's something going on down there. But I am Mike the Grumpy Gamer, and I will see you guys later.